Mauricio Pochettino admits his Chelsea team needs to be more clinical after Wolves condemned them to an 8th Premier League defeat of a tepid campaign. Second-half goals from Mario Lemina and Matt Doherty secured victory for the hosts, who recorded successive league wins against Chelsea for the first time in nearly half a century. Substitute Christopher Nkunku headed home in injury time on his Premier League debut, but it was not enough to salvage a point for the Blues, who lost a 4th consecutive away league game for the first time since December 2000. This was another day when Chelsea's failings in attack came back to haunt them. They have now failed to convert 36 big chances in the league this season, the most of any team. Pochettino said, "We feel very disappointed because I think we deserve much more. This competition wounds you when you are not clinical enough. We created chances, that is why it is so disappointing. We conceded after a few corners, and it wasn't easy. We have players playing for the first time in the league, they need to adapt. It is about confidence and quality. We need to score if we want to win the games." Nicholas Jackson's contribution was so underwhelming that the Chelsea fans cheered his exit 10 minutes from time. The result leaves the club 10th, 7 points off qualification for the Europa Conference League, which, even at this stage, looks the best the Londoners can hope for. No side has lost more Premier League matches in 2023 than Chelsea, 19, while only Almeria, 24, Werder Bremen, 20, and Empoli, 20, have lost more games than the Blues across the Big Five European leagues this calendar year. Wolves are now level on points with Pochettino's men after a battling display, although the victory came at a price as experienced defender Craig Dawson limped off during the second half with what appeared to be a severe injury. If Chelsea are to make up their deficit on the Premier League's contenders for European places over the second half of the season, they need to get their attack firing. France international Nkunku's first goal showed what he can deliver, guiding Raheem Sterling's deep cross into the corner of the net after being afforded only minimal space by Wolves skipper Max Kilman. Pochettino has cautioned about expecting too much from Nkunku, 26, who came on as a second-half substitute after recovering from a knee injury sustained in pre-season. However, the former RB Leipzig man has the potential to be a game-changer for the Blues after their struggles over the first half of the campaign, which were clearly on display in the first half at Wolves. Chelsea should have gone in ahead at the break, but first, Jackson allowed Sterling's astute far-post chip to roll under his foot when the move was begging for control and a first-time finish. Then Sterling, who had responded to the first failed effort with a spin of apparent frustration, raced through on Wolf's goal after nicking the ball off João Gomez 40 yards out but fired straight at José Sá. In the second period, by which time Chelsea had fallen behind, Jackson found himself with a clear sight of goal but could not sort his feet out and lost his balance before he could manage a shot. Jackson now has more yellow cards than Premier League goals, and the reception he received from his own fans as he left the field will not do much for his confidence. Pochettino said, "We are going to lose him for 1 month to AFCON. If we compare Jackson with different players, he has scored goals. We cannot blame him, it is the team. He is young, and the expectations are massive at Chelsea. The quality players are here, they wouldn't be at Chelsea otherwise. It is about how you mix these players. It takes time to work. Nkunku needs time for everyone to see his best." Cole Palmer will not be available for the December 27 encounter with Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge after he picked up his 5th booking for needlessly kicking the ball away, with Sterling also suspended. Wolves have their own striking concerns, which manager Gary O'Neill will try to address in next month's transfer window. It is understood he is willing to let £35 million signing Fabio Silva and Sasa Kalajdzic leave Molineux to create space for new arrivals. Long-serving fullback Johnny Otto is also expected to depart following a major fallout behind the scenes. Yet, given the late stage at which he replaced Julian Lopetegui, amid disgruntlement with the Wolves hierarchy, O'Neill can be delighted with the way his players have responded, and the backing he has received from the stands. A packed Molineux for the first Christmas Eve Premier League fixture since 1995 was in a frenzy by the final whistle, after Lamina had headed home a 51st-minute opener. They thought victory had been assured in added time when Doherty pounced on the loose ball after Axel Disasi had merely stopped rather than cleared Hwang Hee-chan's cross to double the lead. Wolves now have an identical win, draw, loss record to Chelsea and only trail the Londoners on goal difference. Their assessment of that situation will be far more positive than their opponents'.